Hello and welcome everyone, this is Blackadder at Blackadder's Place, and today, a bit belatedly, nonetheless, I'm going to visit the opera at the One Night in Karazhan adventure for the Hearthstone. So, let's just head in to the solo adventures and buy the second win. Of course, going to start with the normal difficulty, and well, we have quite a lot of gold for it, so it should be pretty much fine. And let's just buy the opera then. We have an authorization wait, but this time it's okay, and let's open the opera then.
Welcome to the theatre. I am Barnes, the stage manager. The portals to save Btw lie upstairs, but first, you simply must see our show.
Yeah, we definitely do. So let's just show us who are the three heroes yet, and the first one is...
Our first act, a tale of forbidden love.
Julianne. Alright, help Julianne prepare the performance of a lifetime. And true love for 4 mana, if you don't have a Romulus, summon him. Okay, so that's going to be some kind of extra guy on her side of the table. I'm probably going to stick with some aggro deck. They usually work, something like Hunter or whatnot. So I guess let's see. I should be still having, yeah, this is the one from the very first thing, and he was decently working in there. I'm just going to recheck what kind of deck it actually is. It should be something standard fairly. So Silverware Golem. Secret. Okay, so it's kinda heavy on secret. And I'm not even running the guy, or the gal, on 3 mana, how is she called? Called the Huntress. But would she really be useful? I am having double Snake Trap, a double Freezing, a double Explosive. She potentially could be. Yeah, Dread Scale is kind of not for this deck. And, yeah, for example, against... Yeah, this seems like pretty decent, so let's just switch it into, what was it, Julianne? Right. Now let's go into it with Julianne then.
Versus Julianne!
What devil art thou?
Let the hunt begin.
Well, it seems like that she actually will be invincible. Well, that will be kinda sucky. I don't need literally nothing of this. And that's much better. And that could be useful. In combination with Snake Trap or whatnot.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee! Greetings, traveler.
Do you bite your thumb at us?
Okay, so she has 15 health, but she's immune. And yep, we need to kill Romula, and for 4 mana... she will resummon him. Alright. Well, that could prove a bit tricky. If I play Secret Keeper, it's literally useless. Oh yeah, let's not do that.
An autograph?
And Pompous Thespian, oh well, that's one of the new cards in here. And this is getting a bit tricky, but Explosive Trap is much better, but oh well. I could have used that with the Secret Keeper, but obviously I'm going to play it nonetheless. As it's just going to clear the table quite obviously, and she won't be having enough mana for this.
Except mice.
Yeah. Okay, so sorry about that. And that's quite nice indeed. So we don't have any extra secret, and we are going to play Secret Keeper right now, Scavenger and Hyena right now as well. I was thinking about maybe dishing some damage into her through Steady Shot, but
we need to reach Btw before the party is ruined.
I'd much rather have a bit more on the table.
And what's a play without an
In case I got to use Unleash the Hounds sometime soon. It would definitely be useful in here. And we have kill command as well. To get through you. Well, yeah. I'm not going to use the Brew Off. I want to combo with Unleash the Hounds in here.
Come, gentle knight, and give me back my Romulo!
And here's an interesting one.
Come, midnight.
Oh yeah. That's into you. Which means that I am going to kill you. And then going to face.
Illidan has arrived. We are not prepared.
Here's to my love. You shall not pass.
Oh, another Daunter. Well, if he actually wants to go with Romulo into something like this, that would be fine, but I don't fully expect that. And we could go with Unleash the Hounds right about now. That seems like a pretty good option. Looking at the situation in here. So, that's you keep it alive. You kill this guy. Give him in 5, which goes face, face, and this. So that should be reasonably done. Well, that was kinda easy in the end, but I don't really want to see how it's gonna look at Heroic. I would be expecting that this guy is going to be auto-summon or something like that. So yeah, that's probably going to be pretty nasty. Sorry, Gal.
To thee.
Well, that was really easy.
Two remain.
And Bapus Thespian, well, it's obviously better than, for example, the T-Rex or whatnot, the Velociraptor for 3-2. That is also for 2 mana, but doesn't have the taunt, but it's also a beast, so it's kind of something for something. But in here, it's going to be useful for Arena, obviously, as taunt is quite powerful, especially when you have 3-2 stats, so it may force your opponent to trade inefficiently and whatnot. And at the same time, in Constructed, I don't really think it's going to see any kind of use. An Onyx Bishop. Summon a friendly minion that died this game. Alright, the cost is not really all that great, obviously. For 5 mana, that's kinda expensive looking at the stats. But since it's going to be summoning something extra from your deck, it's like 3-4 with Resurrect. And that could be some kind of value, but really, the 5 mana is not that great, what I would like. But some uses will be there, especially if you are running some kind of deck with low amount of minions or with a lot of death rattles or whatnot in there. That could be definitely nice to have a rest summon or something useful. And the second one is going to be
Grandmother, but those big eyes harbor a terrible secret.
a big bad wolf. My, what big teeth she has. Well, is she really she? Trembling. Passive hero power. Enemy minions are 1/1 and cost 1. Ooh. So is everything 1/1 and that I have in my hand? Probably. Which means that either I need to have a lot of buffs for them, or they should be some death rattles. Okay, so that's probably going to be some new deck. Yeah, I can just remove those heroics in here. They're obviously not going to be useful at all. And what are we going to use in here? What is having the best? I don't know, death rattles and whatnot. Some extra abilities. Paladin is like in rather looking nicely. But we could also have a lot of buffs with Druid. or yet again Hunter with the secrets and whatnot. I'll try to get another Hunter. And let's see how it goes with Timberwolves and whatnot. I'm going to put in some standards rather. Yeah, that could be good. Actually something extra on them. And out of these, quick shot, that's extra damage. Obviously Animal Companion. Skill Command and Unleash the Hounds and Houndmaster. That should put something extra on the guys. And Savannah High Main, well, that's not a bad death rattle to be honest. With Tundra Rhino, oh, here's an idea. That's actually not a bad idea at all. And summoning through Starving Buzzard. Well, let's put in as many beasts as we can, and that could potentially be some idea. It actually doesn't look all that bad. Let's see. We didn't really change your name, so let's change it. Custom Hunter, where are we? And that's for the Wolfie. That's for the Wolfie, and let's then get back into the game then. And see if this is some kind of idea that will work or not.
Versus the Big Bad Wolf!
Run away, little girl. Run away. Let the hunt begin.
Yes, this doesn't go half bad. Start in hand. Savannah High Main on the first one. Explorer's Hut in there. Potentially Timberwolf on the death rattle guys. Well, that could work.
Greetings.
I so love audience participation. Run, little guest, run!
Look at your minions. See how they shrink before me.
And is it actually some kind of effect? Oh, it actually is. Oh well, then maybe we could actually use Priest or whatnot for actually silencing them. Alright, that's going to be a second idea if this doesn't work. Well, it's probably going to be a lot of wolf and and dog themed things in there. I'll just go face since he has just 20 health. Oh, Battle Spirit, but at the same time it means that next turn you will keep having just 1 mana. Kind of obviously sucks for you, for certain reasons. Explosive Trap seems like an idea at this stage, and yeah, that's it. It's playing this like a face hunter, actually. Just letting everything be on the board and go face. Well, obviously that's not going to work all that well for you right now, because I'm going to play yet another explosive trap. And we are getting settled in here. Oh. Okay, that's good to remember for the next turn, or rather for the heroic difficulty.
A grand show! Even better than that ogre we chased around last week.
And unless he pulls something totally unexpected like this, we could be heading into a win in here, and quite easy one. So let's see what we get. Starving Buzzard. Oh well, that's going to be a bit of a card up in here. You can get through you. There will be 2, 1, 3, 5 damage. Yeah, well, let's just go through this and draw the extra cards. Maybe we'll draw into something a bit more useful than this. Well, we did not really. We did not really, but at the same time, it's not like really it matters all that much. Because you might just as well go for the face in here, as it shouldn't matter at all. And we even get the Tundra Rhino in here. Well, that was some kind of idea for how it should work, but it seems like that it's going to be rather easy in here as well. Yeah, +2 attack, no problem. And Infested Wolf. Okay, so that's a GG. That was really easy yet again.
Well played.
And what are the rewards in here? Kind like Grandmother, of course. Summon a 3/2 Big Bad Wolf. Well, obviously, this is kinda interesting, because for 2 mana, getting 1/1 is not exactly great for the temple, but the fact that it's a beast, and through the Death Rattle, you're also getting a beast. That is a pretty great value for Hunter. And looking how a Haunted Creeper was actually pretty useful, and overall quite well liked across players. And it was for 2 mana, just 1 tooth, so it's slightly better, but nothing groundbreaking. But the Death Rattle, that gives you extra minions, really. It allows you to keep a tempo and is some kind of useful stuff, so might be that this could be quite nice complement to normal Hunter Beast decks. An Arcane Giant costs 1 less for each spell you've cast this game. Yeah, that's another variant for the Giants, of course, and it might be quite useful in some spell heavy decks, of course, for Mage, but even for something like Priest, and there are some other classes like potentially Warlock. And maybe even Rogue, because Rogue is using quite a lot of spells as well. So I wouldn't really discount this guy from many decks, and he could find use in some of those. So there's the second hero and the third boss.
Our final act. An evil witch pursues a young girl. Will she find her way home?
A Twister. Hero power, deal 100 damage. Can't be used if Dorothy is alive. Oh well. So that's probably we're going to be having Dorothy on our side, and we will need to keep her alive. Okay. Well, I'll probably just try to storm her through the 100 again.
Versus the Crone!
Flee, my pretties!
Let the hunt begin.
Yeah, so I'm looking for something much better for my starting hand. Not entirely better. And Dorothy, minions to the left have charge, minions to the right have taunt. Well, yeah, hello there. That's interesting mechanic. Another mechanism.
Greetings, traveler. I smell blood.
Let's see if they will actually try to kill her. Ah, just a 2/2. Okay, it's no problem. It's no problem, and here we go with Animal Companion. Let's put him on the left. Oh wow, it's actually automatically on the right. Well, that sucked. I was hoping actually to put it on the left and have a charge in case it was an offer. And it was an offer, but well, yeah, that didn't work out all that much. Ooh. Well, fortunately, at least played it pretty badly. so he saved me a bit of damage in there. So let's just play another Nemo Companion, I guess. And this time it's a Huffer.
I have a feeling we're not in Westfall anymore.
Well, that seems a very good assumption. Help us a bit. And Wolf Raider. Alright. At least she doesn't deal that kind of damage to me, so that's useful. And we have Houndmaster in here. Cloaked Huntress. But for this time, let's just buff our guy up and hope that we survive.
Btw Executus is downstairs. Shall I tell him he's arrived too soon?
Tasted organ, no problem. No problem with those two organs. You're gonna get some damage in.
Come, midnight.
She will attack. We have explosive trap. Then we go in. We put you under this one so that you are not so easy to kill. And let's see how he deals with this. And you should be getting pretty close to a win actually, because we are having 7-9. Oh la! Yeah. Even with the 4 armor, we are pretty close in there. That's 7-9. The valve.
I'll never tell.
Right.
Such easy.
And that's it. Well, all 3 were quite easy. Quite easy with some fast decks, so what are the rewards in here?
To free the wizard.
A Wicked Witch Doctor. Whenever you cast a spell, summon a random basic totem. Well, obviously pretty nice with the stats for 3-4, that's not half bad for any totem decks, but it has also quite interesting synergy for Evolve Shaman or some other version of Token Shaman. So obviously Shaman does have enough spells, be it even the 2 Taunters that we have seen in the first game in here, and obviously something like Lightning and the Silencer for 1 mana and whatnot, so yeah, there is quite a lot of options for the Witch Doctor to be useful in. And then Moat Lurker, yeah, that's a pretty great one, because even though you might think that it's just a temporary measure for anything, even that is useful, even for the 6 mana, because yeah, 6 mana is quite a lot, but you mustn't forget that it is actually available to use on your own units, on your own minions, which means that you can kill something with Death Rattle, get its Death Rattle, and when this guy dies, you are just getting it yet again. So some synergies with stuff like, I don't know, even Sylvanas could be pretty nasty if you can pull it off. So this is a guy with a lot of promise. That's already been shown in the community if I recall correctly. Okay, and the final reward is Swashbuckler. Battlecry, add a random class card to your hand. Okay, so that's basically support for the theme that has been pushed with previous expansions as well, for Rogue basically stealing class cards from your opponent, and that is pretty useful because these are cards that the Rogue shouldn't be having. That means that he will be having some kind of advantage above the opponent that simply shouldn't be there, and that's always quite powerful. And it's also important because this is a 1 mana, and it's not like Rogue actually has all that many useful 1 manas. So yeah, this is a pretty nice card, as it is basically 1/1 with extra card draw, and a card draw that is potentially quite useful. So yep, this is a pretty nice addition in there. And the legendary is Barnes. Summon a 1/1 copy of a random minion in your deck. Well, that's also pretty great. Obviously in decks, yet again, when you have some useful cards like, yet again, Death Rattles, that's obviously going to be useful. Or in a deck where you have some low amount of minions, potentially you can put that together with a Priest or maybe even Mage or whatnot. But what's also interesting to notice is that you can silence those minions afterwards and get them to the full health. So yeah, summon the Deathwing into 1/1, but silence him into 12-12. Not half bad, is it? And we have 2 class challenges into Paladin and Warlock.
Onward. Up those stairs, the curator guards the menagerie. I hope it's not malfunctioning.
Alright then, so that's the normal difficulty dealt with. And now let's go for the class challenge then. We have 2 new class challenges. First is for Paladin, and it's going to be against Big Bad Wolf for Silver Moon Portal. Yeah, it's interesting because the buff is not half bad and something that actually Paladin is missing. He's having some kind of overkills usually in the Blessing of Kings for 4 mana for 4, or you have just 1 mana for just 3 attacks which doesn't buff the health. So it's something in between. And considering that it also summons a minion, and 2 cost minion at that, so it's potentially some kind of value, but at the same time it's not all that clear, because for 4 mana it's quite expensive, and at 4 mana getting a 2 cost minion is not ideal. It's not really all that tempo wise, and it can potentially really be a bit of a problem, as it will summon something weaker that can't deal with the situation at the table. So yeah, you might be better off casting the 4/4 Blessing of Kings instead of this, so it remains to be seen if it's actually all that useful to some aggro deck or whatnot. So let's get on with it.
Uther versus the Big Bad Wolf!
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. Ysera, Frostwolf Warlord, and Nightbane Templar. If you're holding a dragon, summon 2 1/1 whelps. Interesting. But Ysera on the first turn. Yeah, that's some kind of idea.
I so love audience participation. Run, little guest, run!
But first we're gonna get the extra whelps,
Face the airs of magic.
Look at your
so that we
beams.
have actually
See how they shrink
the
before
extras
you.
for it, and Frostwolf Warlord will be quite useful indeed after that. Ivory Knight, discover a spell, restore health to your hero. Yeah, we don't need that, so it's Sarah
dream and the world trembles.
and Frostwolf Warlord. That's a good idea actually for the hero difficulty, so thanks for this tip. Oh, yeah, that's a nice one. That's a very, very nice one. You don't need any healing just now, so I'm just going to use the well piece, or I'm just going to face. I'm just going to face. Screw all this.
Reporting for duty.
I'll just make it fast. And another, yeah, that's a GG right there.
Well played. Delicious.
That was really rather easy and pretty good idea with the Frostwolf Warlord in here. For
Protect the
actually finishing up with it. Yeah, I'll just deal as much damage as you can. Okay, that was just a few minutes down the road, and we are getting the Silver Moon Portal. And well, let's just go for the Warlock right about now, and it's against Julianne and Karazhan. Ah, okay, so this is basically this for potentially Zoo or whatnot, as we are getting a 1/1 Candle, 2/2 Broom, and 3/3 Teapot. But question is if it's going to be all that useful, because for 5 mana, it's kinda expensive, but in a Zoo, well, those 3 minions, they could be useful. But it's really questionable if for 5 mana you cannot be getting something a bit more better in there. So yeah, a bit of testing I guess will be needed for this.
Gul'dan versus Julianne!
What devil art thou?
Your soul shall be mine!
Violet Illusionist, yeah, that's going to be a pretty nasty combo with any kind of weapon handler, like, for example, Doomhammer, or the new weapon for Warrior, where you are actually able to attack as many times as you can in a turn. That's going to be a pretty nasty combo. Basically, table clear right there. And of course, Violet Illusionist is pretty great for a Warlock as well, as it will allow him to draw a card without receiving any kind of damage. Through the hero power, of course. So that's a very nice combo indeed.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee! I greet you.
Do you bite your thumb at us?
You fall.
That's nasty. Good to remember for the heroic difficulty yet again. And what do we pull off? Tiny Knight of Evil? Probably. Let's see if he attacks it or if he goes face. Well, he's spamming the board quite nicely then. And he goes this way. Interesting.
This only works on the simple-minded.
Oh! Wow! That's nicely themed, but I did not expect that at all. Oh my, that sucks. I did not expect that, and 2 Doom Guards in hand, well, that kinda sucks, doesn't it? That would have been a nice combo with the Violet Illusionist, but, well, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that didn't really work out, and it's getting a bit troublesome in here.
Except mice.
Yeah, so Doom Guard is coming up, of course. And of course, the only one that I wanted to discard is not discarded. Come on, Hearthstone. Come on. Seriously. And he is going all face. Well, it's getting a bit nasty in here, aren't they? Fortunately, it doesn't really matter all that much, as we are already pretty much toast. So we might just as well draw a card into Void Walker. Oh well, hello. Glad we did that. But it still doesn't keep us alive. He has enough in there. It's a shame, but well. You're going to have a replay then. It was kinda sucky start in hand, so yep. Let's hope for a better one.
Gul'dan versus Julianne!
What devil art thou?
Your soul shall be mine!
Yes, 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 this is a good start. Void Walker is useless, but otherwise it's not bad. Void Walker could be useful in the next turns because I want to flame him first.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee!
And with the Violet Illusionists in here, he seems to be having the same hand. That's all fine.
This only works on the simple-minded.
Well, this is going much better so far. Kind of optimistic. Well, not anymore. He again has betrayal and I have to be careful about it. But, well, to be honest, not really much I could have done about that. you... Well, for sure, you are dead. There's not much question in there. And I'm going to try with the Pit Lord. It's a lot of damage to face, but hopefully we will be able to survive that.
And give me back my Romulo!
And Bane of Doom, oh! Not bad. Not bad. That's good work. And right now we go face, because we need to deal damage into you. As 2 damage are not going to do anything to us. And we are having 10, we are having lethal. Right there. Yeah, because you don't have enough. And that's pretty much it.
Why do you fall? Sweet sorrow.
What? Hey! Hey! Where is the Silverware Golem? Well, that's a pretty nasty bug. Come on, I want my Silverware Golem. It didn't work so far, quite obviously. Oh well. Huh. Did not expect that. That sucked. Oh my! What did I just do? Okay, let's just see if I can survive another turn. If I don't, that's going to be quite funny. I robbed myself of of the lethal in here. Well, at any rate, we still have the Void Walker in here.
The truth is in here!
As you command.
That's enough. It's enough. Whenever you discard a card, draw a card. Interesting.
You are not the boss of me.
Of course, Candle into you, for example. Then you're gonna draw a card. Oh yeah. For example, into this. Well, that was a bit scary in there for a moment. Almost cost me the game. The misplay in there. Didn't really realize that I have actually the discard in hand. Well, in the end it worked out, and Karazhan is here to test for the potential Zudex. Okay then, so that's even the class challenge for the Paladin.